Hola, soy Sergio Nospiller. Estamos en Cinemacon 2023, en el Caesar Palace de Las Vegas. Vamos a averiguar de qué se trata el SPECKLE y cómo cada una de las compañías de tecnología aporta su solución para minimizarlo.
SPECKLE.
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 SPECKLE. SPECKLE.
We've been aware of this problem for years, but back before laser was developed, we had our xenon illumination technology that did not have this issue, mainly because it has a full wavelength spectrum like pure daylight that doesn't have the issues that the RGB laser has on a screen. The first thing we learned was that moving the screen, because it's effect of the light on the screen reaching your eye, moving the screen would scramble it to where you wouldn't see it. So that deals with it pretty effectively. It removes all the speckle, but it's not really a preferred way of doing that. Shaking a screen takes a lot of mechanical devices that are expensive and hard to mount and maintain.
Pure RGB laser projectors, because of the coherent wavelengths, do speckle more on the reflective screens. The laser phosphor wavelengths, or laser phosphor light engines, have less speckle and are less noticeable. So RealD's ultimate screen is made from a different substrate than most screens. It's not made of vinyl, but made from a PET plastic. And that rigidity allows us to shake the screen from the edge of the screen and have the vibrations pass up the screen much easier. On vinyl screens, it will dampen out. So what we come up with is we actually put electromagnets just off the edge of the screen, and then on the screen we clip a pair of magnets, and then we are able to adjust the frequency and the amplitude of that vibration and tune it to the frame to minimize speckle.
What we found is that the best way to eliminate laser speckle is to shake the audience. Just rock and roll! Ah!
So what manufacturers have been doing, both screen manufacturers and projector manufacturers, is ways to bring the level back down to where it was on lamps. It's never zero, but you need to be able to bring it down to the level where it's no longer easily visible. It's quantified in a percentage, so you need to bring the percentage of speckle down to where it was on lamps. There's multiple ways of doing that. The, let's say, most effective way is to go to white screens and avoid silver screens. The more narrow the light source is, the more visible it becomes. So a lamp spectrum is very broad, laser phosphor is medium, and RGB is most broad. So if you would just do normal RGB, one wavelength of red, one of green, one of blue, it would be the worst case for speckle. What we call white is mainly green inside. So it does mean that which color impacts speckle most, it is green, but that's just because green is the biggest contributor to white.
So the way we work with speckle in Sharp NEC display to eliminate speckle is we get rid of the green laser, because the green laser is the only laser left that has speckle has not been controlled. So we use something called phosphor. We're on our 4th generation phosphor right now. By putting a blue or a red laser through phosphor, it creates a white light to create the green color. By going through phosphor, it actually widens the band and makes it a little softer for the eye to see. So that's one of the reasons that our laser projectors win out over our competitors when you put shootouts side by side, because the image itself is a much easier and softer image to watch. We actually have 3 lasers. A lot of our competitors will say they have RGB, red, green, blue. We have RBB. We have red, blue, blue. Dedicated red to create red, dedicated blue to create blue, and a 3rd laser to create blue, to create white light, to create the green color.